Tonight, you travel back more than 4,000 years into the heart of ancient Egypt. The modern world slowly fades away behind you. The sounds of traffic disappear. The glow of electric lights vanishes. The busy schedules and endless distractions of everyday life become distant memories. Instead, you find yourself standing beside the Nile River, the lifeblood of one of history's greatest civilizations. The year is approximately 2500 BC. The Great Pyramid of Giza is still under construction. Powerful pharaohs rule the kingdom. Ancient temples rise beside the riverbanks. Yet tonight, your journey is not about kings, queens, or famous battles. Instead, you will experience something far more peaceful. You will spend a quiet day among the ordinary people who live along the Nile. Take a slow breath. Allow your body to relax. And imagine the first light of dawn appearing across the horizon. The eastern sky begins to glow with soft shades of gold, pink, and pale blue. A thin layer of mist floats gently above the water. The Nile moves slowly through the landscape like a ribbon of polished glass. The air feels cool and fresh. Palm trees stand quietly along the riverbank. Their reflections shimmer across the calm water. Birds begin singing from hidden nests among the reeds. The sounds are soft and comforting. Everything feels peaceful. Everything feels calm. Everything feels wonderfully simple. You stand quietly and watch as the world awakens around you. Far across the river, fishermen begin preparing their boats. Small wooden vessels rest near the shore. Their sails remain folded. Their nets are carefully organized. Every movement is deliberate and unhurried. The people of ancient Egypt understand something that many people in the modern world have forgotten. Life follows the rhythm of nature. The river determines the pace. The sun determines the schedule. There is little need to rush. The Nile provides everything they need. As the sun slowly rises higher, golden light spreads across the landscape. Fields of barley and wheat begin to glow. Small mud brick homes emerge from the shadows. Smoke rises gently from cooking fires. The scent of fresh bread drifts through the morning air. Nearby, families begin preparing for the day ahead. Children help carry water from the river. Farmers gather simple tools before walking toward their fields. Women grind grain using stone mills that have been used for generations. Every task feels familiar. Every movement follows traditions passed down through countless years. You begin walking slowly along a narrow path beside the river. The ground beneath your feet feels cool and firm. Tall reeds sway gently in the breeze. Dragonflies hover above the water. Occasionally, a fish breaks the surface before disappearing once again beneath the river. The Nile feels alive, not loud or dramatic, simply alive. Everywhere you look, the river supports life. Without it, this land would be desert. With it, an entire civilization flourishes. As you continue your walk, you pass a group of farmers working near the edge of a field. The rich black soil is unlike anything found in the surrounding desert. Each year, the Nile floods its banks and leaves behind fertile earth. This natural cycle has sustained Egypt for thousands of years. The farmers work patiently beneath the growing sunlight. Some guide simple wooden plows. Others plant seeds by hand. There is no machinery, no engines, only human effort and the steady support of nature. The sounds of their work blend harmoniously with the songs of birds and the gentle movement of water. The atmosphere remains peaceful. There is satisfaction in simple work, a quiet pride in helping sustain family and community. As morning continues, more boats begin appearing on the river. Their white sails catch the breeze. Some carry baskets of grain, others transport pottery, fish, or woven textiles. Watching them glide across the Nile feels almost hypnotic. The boats move slowly, gracefully, silently. Their reflections stretch across the water beneath the brightening sky. Hours pass gently. The sun climbs higher. The warmth of the day begins to spread across the land. Yet even now, the pace remains calm. There is no urgency, no stress, only the steady rhythm of daily life. You pause beneath the shade of a palm tree and gaze across the river. In the distance, rising beyond the fertile fields and the desert sands, enormous structures begin to appear. The pyramids. Even from miles away, they dominate the horizon. Their massive forms catch the sunlight. Their smooth limestone surfaces shine brightly against the blue sky. Workers continue building them stone by stone. Yet from where you stand, they seem almost timeless, ancient even in their own age. For a moment, you simply watch. The river flows quietly beside you. A warm breeze moves through the palm leaves overhead. Birds drift across the sky. The pyramids stand silently in the distance. And you realize that this peaceful morning is part of a civilization that future generations will remember for thousands of years. Yet for the people living here today, this is simply another ordinary day. The sun continues its journey across the heavens. The Nile continues its journey toward the sea, and life along its banks unfolds with quiet beauty and remarkable simplicity. The morning is still young. The day has only begun. And many peaceful moments still await along the timeless waters of ancient Egypt. The morning sun now shines brightly over the Nile. The cool air of dawn has slowly given way to gentle warmth. Life along the river is fully awake. Fishermen guide their boats across the calm water. Farmers continue their work in the fertile fields. Children play near the riverbanks while elders sit beneath palm trees enjoying the shade. You remain beside the Nile, watching the world unfold at its own peaceful pace. The river itself seems almost timeless. It has flowed through this land for thousands of years, long before the pyramids, long before the pharaohs, long before written history, and it will continue flowing long after everyone alive today has become a memory. A nearby boatman notices your curiosity. His small wooden sailboat rests gently against the shore. The vessel is simple but beautifully crafted. Its wooden planks have been smoothed by years of use. Its white linen sail flutters softly in the breeze. The boatman smiles warmly and gestures toward the river. You step aboard. The boat rocks gently beneath your feet. The sensation is calming rather than unsettling. The boatman unties a rope securing the vessel to the shore. Moments later, the wind catches the sail. Slowly, almost silently, the boat begins moving away from land. The shoreline gradually drifts behind you. The Nile opens before you like a great blue road stretching endlessly into the distance. The movement of the boat feels smooth and effortless. There are no engines, no mechanical sounds, only the soft splash of water against wood, the occasional creak of rope, and the whisper of wind filling the sail. The atmosphere is deeply relaxing. You settle comfortably near the center of the boat. The warm sunlight reflects across the water. Small ripples sparkle like countless tiny diamonds. Birds circle overhead. Some glide low across the river before disappearing among the reeds. Others perch on the riverbank, patiently waiting for fish. The boat continues its journey. On one side of the river, fields stretch toward the horizon. Workers move slowly among rows of grain. The fertile black soil stands in sharp contrast to the golden desert beyond. The difference is remarkable. Only a short distance separates abundant life from endless sand. Without the Nile, all of this would be desert. The river creates a narrow ribbon of green that sustains an entire civilization. The boatman remains calm and quiet. His hands move confidently as he guides the vessel. Years of experience have taught him every curve of the river, every current, every hidden sandbank, every seasonal change. The Nile is not simply water to him, it is a trusted companion. As the morning continues, other boats pass nearby. Some carry pottery, others transport grain, vegetables, or baskets filled with fish. Merchants greet one another as they pass. Simple waves, friendly smiles, brief conversations carried across the water. Life feels connected here. The river links villages, farms, temples, and cities together. It serves as both highway and lifeline. Hours seem to pass differently on the Nile. There is no pressure, no urgency. The steady movement of the boat encourages patience. The gentle rhythm of the water slows your thoughts. You begin noticing details that might otherwise go unseen. The patterns formed by sunlight on the river. The reflection of clouds drifting overhead. The sound of reeds brushing against one another in the breeze. The distant call of birds echoing across the water. Everything feels peaceful. Eventually the boat approaches a small riverside village. Mud brick homes stand clustered near the shore. Palm trees provide shade from the growing heat of the day. Children wave excitedly as boats pass by. Women gather water from the river using clay jars. Nearby, fishermen repair nets while talking quietly among themselves. The village appears simple, yet there is beauty in its simplicity. The homes blend naturally into the landscape. The people work together. Life follows rhythms established over countless generations. The boat slows briefly before continuing onward. Soon the village disappears behind you. The river becomes quiet once again. Far ahead, something catches your attention. Rising above the distant horizon are enormous stone monuments. At first they appear small, almost like hills. But as the boat continues forward, their true size becomes apparent. Temples. Massive temples built to honor the gods of ancient Egypt. Their towering walls rise above the surrounding landscape. Great stone columns stand beneath the bright blue sky. Even from this distance, they inspire awe. The boatman glances toward the temples and nods respectfully. These sacred places hold deep meaning for the people of Egypt. They are centers of worship, learning, and community. The ancient gods are believed to watch over every aspect of life: the river, the harvest, the weather, the stars. Everything exists within a carefully balanced world. The Nile itself is considered a gift from the divine. Without it, Egypt could not survive. The boat drifts peacefully onward. The temples slowly grow larger. The sun climbs higher overhead. Warmth spreads across the landscape. Yet the breeze from the river remains refreshing. You close your eyes for a moment. The sounds around you create a natural lullaby. Water gently touching the boat. Wind moving through the sail. Birds calling in the distance. The occasional splash of a fish beneath the surface. The experience feels timeless. You could remain here forever, drifting peacefully along the Nile, watching the ancient world pass by, feeling completely at ease. When you open your eyes again, the temples stand much closer now. Their enormous stone walls glow beneath the afternoon sun. Soon you will explore them. Soon you will walk among towering columns and sacred courtyards. But for now, the journey continues. The boat glides steadily forward. The Nile flows quietly beneath you. And the peaceful day in ancient Egypt carries on with calm and gentle beauty. By early afternoon, your small boat arrives near one of Egypt's magnificent temples. The structure rises above the riverbank, its massive stone walls glowing beneath the sunlight. Wide stairways lead upward from the water. Tall columns stand in neat rows. Colourful carvings cover the walls. Images of gods, animals and pharaohs tell stories that have been passed down for generations. You step ashore and slowly climb the stone steps. The air feels warm, yet the thick stone walls provide welcome shade. Inside the temple courtyard, everything feels calm and peaceful. Priests move quietly through the sacred halls. Incense drifts gently through the air. Soft prayers echo between the columns. Sunlight pours through openings above, creating beautiful patterns across the stone floor. You walk slowly through the temple. Each wall tells a story. Each carving preserves a memory. The people who built this place believed that harmony between humans, nature and the gods was essential. Their world feels ordered, balanced, peaceful. You pause beside a reflecting pool. The water remains perfectly still. Palm trees sway nearby. Birds occasionally land at the water's edge. The atmosphere encourages quiet reflection. Time seems to slow. The busy world beyond the temple walls feels very far away. Eventually, you find a shaded corner beneath a towering column. The cool stone offers relief from the afternoon sun. You sit comfortably and simply observe the gentle sounds of the temple, the movement of sunlight, the peaceful rhythm of life. Hours pass quietly. Temple remains a place of calm, a sanctuary beside the timeless Nile. As the afternoon slowly fades, you return to the riverside village. The heat of the day begins to soften. Long shadows stretch across the fields. The golden light of late afternoon covers everything with warmth. Farmers finish their work and begin returning home. Fishing boats glide back toward shore. Children laugh and play beside the river. The entire village seems to relax as evening approaches. You walk through narrow pathways between mud brick homes. The scent of freshly baked bread fills the air. Families prepare simple meals. Neighbours greet one another. Small cooking fires flicker gently outside homes. Life here is uncomplicated. The people work hard, yet they also understand the value of rest. As sunset approaches, the sky transforms into brilliant shades of gold, orange and red. The Nile reflects every colour. The water becomes a moving mirror of light. Villagers gather along the riverbank to enjoy the cooling breeze. Some tell stories, others simply watch the sunset in comfortable silence. You sit beneath a palm tree and observe the peaceful scene. The river moves slowly. Birds return to their nests. The day gradually comes to an end. It feels like a perfect moment. Simple, beautiful, timeless. Darkness arrives gently across ancient Egypt. The final colours of sunset fade from the western horizon. One by one, stars begin appearing overhead. Without modern cities or artificial lights, the night sky appears astonishingly clear. Thousands of stars shine brightly above the Nile. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of light. The village grows quiet. Families retreat indoors. Cooking fires slowly fade. The sounds of daytime disappear. Only the gentle movement of the river remains. The surface glows silver beneath the night sky. Palm trees create dark silhouettes against the stars. A cool breeze moves softly through the reeds. Everything feels peaceful. You find a comfortable place beside the river. The earth still holds a little warmth from the day. Above you, countless stars continue their silent journey across the heavens. The ancient Egyptians often looked at these same stars. They believed the night sky held great meaning. For thousands of years, people have stood beside this river and gazed upward. The stars connect generations, past and future, life and memory. You listen carefully. The river whispers quietly. A distant bird calls once before falling silent. The breeze continues its gentle movement. Nature creates a perfect lullaby. Your eyes begin to feel heavy. The peaceful day has reached its end. The Nile continues flowing through the darkness. The temples stand quietly beneath the stars. The pyramids rest beyond the horizon. And ancient Egypt sleeps beneath the endless sky. The night grows deeper. The stars shine brighter. The Nile continues its eternal journey toward the sea. You take one final look across the ancient landscape. The river, the palms, the distant desert, the peaceful villages, everything feels calm, everything feels timeless. This day in ancient Egypt has not been filled with battles or grand adventures. Instead, it has revealed something more valuable: the beauty of ordinary life, the comfort of routine, the quiet connection between people and nature. The people of ancient Egypt lived beside the river, worked the fertile land, honored their traditions, and rested beneath the stars. Their world moved more slowly, more peacefully, and tonight you have shared a small part of that world. The moon rises higher above the Nile. Silver light covers the landscape. The river glows softly in the darkness. The breeze becomes cooler. Your thoughts become quieter. Your breathing slows. The sounds around you fade into the distance. The Nile flows gently onward. The stars continue their silent dance across the heavens. And as the peaceful night embraces ancient Egypt, you drift softly into a deep and restful sleep. The end.